His daughter's kidnapped. They're going to war. Don't do it!
Hope. Where are you hiding? I search for you in the seconds, the minutes of each and every day. Hear me as I call out to you. Take my hand. Lift me up as I lift up others. Welcome me home, father, mother, sister, brother, son, daughter. Hear us now. Alone we stood, divided we fell. No longer. Now we choose to make the connection. Our new mission lies within. Visit maketheconnection.net to learn more.
Up North at 4 with Nate and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock, and welcome to Up North at 4. Today on the show, Aaron Rodgers has left his darkness retreat, so Jeff and I will try and predict what the quarterback found in the search for himself. Plus, we'll let artificial intelligence take control of our music listening habits, and we'll recap the crazy weather and my week away. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. As someone who is on television nearly every single day, I hate when people feel the need to comment on my appearance. So I have a soft spot for others when it happens to them. But when I saw this next picture on Twitter yesterday, I couldn't stay silent. Former Packers defensive coordinator is back. Dom Capers coaching in Carolina. And during his press conference, he unveiled a new hairstyle, if you will, a clearly colored, nearly pitch black comb over, not even a hint of gray on this man's head, despite being 72 years old. Dom, I'll tell you this, do what makes you happy, but come on, man, it's time to let it go. You know, typically, cheerleaders are supposed to do exactly what their name implies, lead fans in cheering on their team, and at competitions, they put together the best routine for the judges. But what happens when you literally don't have the ability to hear? Well, that gets a little tough for them. The Iowa School for the Deaf has their routine down to a T, and by using a drum, the cheerleaders feel a vibration, and that vibration allows them to stay in rhythm and feel the beat of the music. And of course, practicing their routine day after day meant they could perform without even thinking twice. And all that hard work has paid off for them, as the team recently won the Deaf Cheerleading Championship, a first for the school, and one that they hope encourages others to follow their passions. But the deaf cheerleading team is not the only girls making some history in the athletic world. For the first time in the state of Maine, a female wrestler has been crowned a state champion. Maddie Ripley is the state's first ever female champion, and she captured the crown in style. A pin just 1 minute and 44 seconds into the match, good enough to earn the state's 106-pound title. And that title was, of course, months of hard work in the making. And it also came from her close family unit. As you see, Maddie's stepdad is her coach, and her brother is also on the wrestling team, and he won a state title himself over the weekend. So I'm not sure what the Ripley family has going on, but clearly it is working. You know, I think it's fair to say that we've all had moments where we wonder how some people got a job that they probably weren't qualified for. And we all want to have a competent and fun work environment. So in order to do that, a pizza restaurant in Ohio has made a simple requirement for employment. They have a sign that says, "Now hiring non-stupid people." The sign had been around for quite a while, but a recent social media post took it viral, and that attention has reached new levels for this pizza joint. The sign came about because the management was having a tough time finding workers, and a lot of new employees were struggling to be reliable and be on time. So they just asked new employees to use common sense. Fair enough. I do just wonder if I would qualify for that role. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Fuller joining us now. Jeff, you've been a busy guy with the snowstorm. How's it looking?
Yeah, been a busy couple days around here. The snow is moving on. After it did this, though, a widespread 10, 11, 12 inches of snow across much of the region. A couple of spots much less than that. But overall, we're done with this system, except for some light flurries out there still. Here we are in Rhinelander right now, some light flurries kind of flying around. This will not amount to much, though, this afternoon and evening. We're pretty much done with this system, but there are more down the road from here, of course. Here's visibility down to a mile or two across much of the area. This is all light snow, though, moving pretty much that way. So we're about done, but still some flurries out there that will not amount to much tonight. All right, here's the radar. And again, this was very active yesterday. About right now, the snow just starting, but that came through overnight tonight. Had a little lull in there around midnight. And then the heavier snow this morning, just at drive time, that moved through rather quickly as well. And now we're just getting to the end of this system, this one. There's more, though. And look at all the snow it dropped to the west of us. See these little rivers here? That's a river. This is all snow on the ground and clear skies out there and incredibly cold temperatures across the plains right now. And guess what's moving in our direction? Yeah, those colder temperatures for tonight. But here is our next system, our next bigger system, hitting parts of California right now. This will make national news tonight with blizzard warnings near really Los Angeles, feet of snow there, flood warnings in there too. It's a very strong system that's going to move our way for late Sunday into Monday and likely bring us some more rain and snow then. Until then, for tonight, maybe another half-inch of snowfall this evening. Again, we're pretty much done. Unless you're traveling north, Gogebic Range, Ontonagon, Houghton could see a couple of lake effect snow showers up that way. And then we'll get a little system in here on Saturday, late Friday, Saturday morning, that could bring us an inch or two of snowfall then. And then we're dry for Sunday, followed by what could be a rather large system getting in here on Monday. Right now, though, it's 16 in Rhinelander, a calm wind there at the airport, and the pressure is now rising over in Wausau. 22 for you, a light snow shower as well, with that west breeze around 8 miles per hour. Temperature-wise, so this is going to be the narrative now, changing from snow over to cold, and there's lots of cold there. In fact, we'll have low temperatures tonight down near 5 degrees below zero. Road salts don't really work so well with temperatures like that, so lots of slippery spots and snow-packed roads will exist through tomorrow, at least midday. So our forecast ends tonight, though, is a couple of flurries out there, just cold temperatures, though, with low temperatures down below zero. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Who doesn't love ice cream? Enter the Birthday Club contest at WJFW.com for your chance to win a free single scoop of ice cream from the country store of Eagle River. Watch Newswatch 12 today, Monday through Friday, to see the lucky winner of the day.
Your home, where life happens. Family and friends gather. Memories are created. Locally family-owned business serving Rhinelander, Eagle River, and surrounding areas. Come into one of our stores located in Eagle River or Rhinelander and work closely with one of our creative kitchen designers on creating your dream kitchen.
Eagle River Cabinets, building relationships, one cabinet at a time.
Come out to Northern Pines and leave the cooking to us. Have a cold drink and relax as you enjoy the beautiful view of the lake and great food. Try our Friday night fish fry and seafood buffet. Come out to Northern Pines on Butternut Lake.
Winter won't last forever. Call Stern Lawn and Landscape now to plan your spring project. Stamped concrete patios, retaining walls, new yard installations, irrigation, and more. Stern Lawn and Landscape, providing great lawn services for a great price. Find us on Facebook.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Pet messes, kid spills, life happens. Keep it clean with Alpha Clean. Alpha Clean's low moisture carpet cleaning dries in 1 to 2 hours so you can keep getting on with life. It's not clean until it's Alpha Clean.
Get the latest news on the weekends with Newswatch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Kyle Pazorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sapinski. Newswatch 12.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. So this is what it was like to be Aaron Rodgers for the past 4 days, give or take. A lot of nothing you can see here. A darkness retreat.
You can't see here. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, yes, yes.
So,
a 4-day, 4-night darkness retreat.
Into the darkness.
Yes.
But what came out of that, Nate?
I don't know. I don't know what came out of it, but we did finally get to see images of what that room looked like online. So I was actually shocked by this because it was quote-unquote an undisclosed location, as you noticed through my air quotes there. Let's roll the video now. So this is actually what it looked like. It actually looks kind of cozy from the outside. This is somewhere in the wilderness of Oregon. Nobody's really sure exactly.
Is that a door? Like you go in there?
Yeah, that's a door you go in. So it's partially underground. It's like 300 square feet. They got a queen bed. There's a bathroom in there.
Wait, you spent 4 days in there?
4 days, 300 square feet. And there's like a meditation mat, a yoga area to kind of just sit and relax and think. I'm a little concerned though that the walls are like, it looks like velvet, like a soft. Like, are you trying to tell us something that people kind of start to go nuts in here and maybe start banging their heads against the wall?
Like, what do you rent this place? Is it a, like a VRBO or what is that?
You must. I don't know. Would you stay there?
I mean, I'd go check it out, but I don't know if
4 days, 4 nights.
That's a lot. I mean, obviously there's a purpose, right? He went there to make some decisions about his life.
So apparently, Rodgers was saying that he's going to go. He went into this darkness retreat to find himself, find inner peace, I guess if you'll call it that. Yeah. And apparently, though, spending 4 days in total darkness can give you some hallucinations. Supposedly.
Yeah. You don't see the light for sure.
Yeah. So what I was kind of hoping is that during his trip to find himself and his hallucinations, that maybe Aaron would find the secrets to life.
Happiness in life.
Exactly.
His future.
His future, everything.
Has he talked yet?
No, he has not yet.
He has not done a press conference yet.
Not yet. But
he likes to do those, so.
But I think you and I kind of crafted a nice prediction for what we hope Aaron found while he was in his retreat. Starting with, what is going on up in the sky right now? Because I want to know, did Aaron Rodgers in his darkness retreat happen to find the secret about UFOs?
He might have.
I want to know
because they did emerge.
They did emerge.
The unidentified flying objects came out when he was down under.
So maybe Aaron could be in touch with the aliens, right?
Yes, I think that could be onto something.
Okay. Another thing I want to talk about, because this is kind of recent on our mind, Groundhog's Day, obviously a few weeks ago. I hope Aaron comes out and says, hey, I spent time underground, came out like the groundhog. Maybe Aaron Rodgers will find out how the groundhog does it. Does it give him psychic powers? He knows when
your humor here is a bit
coming.
Yeah. That's lame.
That's a lame one?
Yeah.
All right, this is a good one, though. I think I'm going to end on my favorite one here. How about this, Aaron? While you were in your darkness retreat, maybe you could have figured out why the offense was so terrible this last season. We can score some more points.
You know,
in the red zone.
He might have figured this one out. At least found out why it was, and now he can make some changes to fix that. So there's lots of people who want him to come back and do just that.
Yes. So Packer fans mostly, but I don't know so much about his family. And Jeff, your idea was that, hey, hopefully while in his retreat.
Family is everything, right? Yeah. And Aaron's family, or how he interacts with them, often makes news, right? And it has recently again. And so just love your family, because your family.
You're hoping he found, like, in his 4-day retreat, was like, you know what, I still love my family.
Go and just embrace your family.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Because your family is it.
I think you are on the right track though with your next one here. Obviously, the past few off seasons, a lot of will he, won't he, surrounding Aaron Rodgers and his return to the Green Bay Packers. So your idea was, hey, maybe Aaron will learn, don't keep people in suspense.
This is hard for him, though. Like, he legitimately likes to hold people hostage, right? Like, he likes that limelight on him to say, what is Aaron going to do?
You think this celebrity likes the limelight?
Which is just strange to me, right? It's the strangest thing to me that you, as a human, would like that, right? But I guess that just builds his brand or his aura, like when he's out of football. I don't know.
I don't know either. And then, Jeff, I think you summed this up really well with your last prediction for what you hope Aaron Rodgers learns in his 4-day darkness retreat. And it is that he realizes, hey, It's kind of weird. This is kind of weird. Like, why am I doing this?
It's right.
Like, you really got to take 4 days in total darkness to decide what you want to do.
To decide how you, right. No, I can do that on my sofa watching something on TV.
Give me a cup of coffee, 10 minutes in the morning, and I'll make the decision for you, Aaron.
The answer is it's an attention grab, and we move on.
I don't think you're that far off. All right, Jeff. Well, I'm sure we'll hear from Aaron Rodgers soon enough, probably in the next couple of days.
Phone's ringing. Here he goes.
So we'll have to wait and see what he has to say.
I'll tell him you said hi.
In the meantime, we are going to take a break on Up North at 4. Stick with us.
Love your career? Cost Cutters will support you in achieving your career goals. With competitive wages, great benefits, and up to a $2,250 sign-on bonus. Stop in or visit costcutters.com to find your nearest location.
As a nurse, your capacity to give is superhuman until it's not. These days, nearly every nurse is exhausted. You deserve an employer who shares your passion for keeping people healthy, including you. Join Peter Christensen Health Center today. Work fewer hours, enjoy regular schedules, rebalance your life with your passion. Your loved ones will thank you. Your new healthcare team will appreciate you. And your new patients will be grateful for you. Quit the chaos. Be your best self. Join us today.
Sinking driveway? Call SureDry. Settling patio? Call SureDry. Uneven pool deck? Call SureDry. Collapsing stoop? Call SureDry. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call SureDry. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. Schedule your free estimate today.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Update your home with Patriot Lighting. Find your style with our wide selection of interior lights. Get 11% off all Patriot Lighting. Update your floors with our great selection of Mohawk flooring. Carpet is soft and luxurious. Laminate flooring is water resistant and durable. Vinyl blank is waterproof and easy to install. Pick up this laminate flooring today for $1.69 per square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Love your career? Cost Cutters will support you in achieving your career goals. With competitive wages, great benefits, and up to a $2,250 sign-on bonus. Stop in or visit costcutters.com to find your nearest location.
Welcome back. It's Up North at 4. We've mentioned on this show a few times before that it feels like AI, artificial intelligence, is slowly taking over the world, and apparently now it's entering the music industry. So Spotify, the software that streams music, podcasts, you name it, they're unveiling what they're calling an AI DJ. So it's essentially a personalized DJ that by using AI will create a voice to talk to the listener based on whatever they're listening to. Does that make sense?
It does. I still don't completely understand it, though.
So essentially, you know, like you'll have a, so let's say Spotify collects your music listening habits. They'll create a playlist for you saying, hey, based on what you listen to, here's what we think you'll like. And then they'll have a quote, air quote again, DJ using artificial intelligence that will talk to you. It'll say, hey, Jeff, coming up next, we got this song by the Rolling Stones. Hope you enjoy it. So it's going to be like listening to radio, but it's a fake person talking to you.
Right, but it's what we have now. Like when you look at Apple iTunes, right? It knows the songs you listen to.
Yes.
And then keeps playing ones that are similar to it.
Exactly.
And now you just have a DJ doing that for you?
I don't really understand the point of the DJ itself. It's like, okay. I can kind of just look at my phone
but all right. Yeah,
and see what's going on.
It's already
here.
there, but you know.
I was hoping to use artificial intelligence to my advantage here, Jeff. Here. So I went to our good friend ChatGPT. It's an artificial intelligence software. You can give it a prompt. It'll give you an answer.
It's making lots of news lately because it can do some pretty interesting things.
And I think this is maybe the most interesting thing it's done. I said, hey, give me a Spotify playlist for Jeff the Weatherman. And it got me some good ones here, Jeff. We got the Beatles. Here Comes the Sun.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
I can see clearly now.
I like this. Heat Wave.
Ain't No Sunshine. That's all. That's a classic.
Road. It's Raining Men and Walking on Sunshine. I like this.
So this is artificial intelligence
rolls in there, and it's good.
This is giving you some.
That did that?
Yeah. Let's get the playlist just for you, Jeff. What do you think?
I like it.
You like it? Okay, that's good. So I know you're a little iffy, though, on the DJ part. That's fair. So I, again, just to try to sell you on this idea a little more, I asked ChatGPT to give me some DJ dialogue for Jeff to wake up to as if he was listening to a morning radio show. And it gave us some good responses. It said, "Good morning, sunshine." It calls you sunshine. It's time to rise and shine, Jeff. Another day.
I am that guy that
another weather report to conquer. Wake up and smell the coffee, Jeff. It's time to start your day. Come on, you hearing this in your earbuds?
I do. But I am that guy that I jump out of bed. Like when my
I'm not.
It doesn't take me long at all. I'm just when I'm up. Here I go.
I'm the other way. I'm a night owl, and I cannot get up and at 'em in the morning. It's bad. Yeah.
Even like when the sun's coming through your curtains.
Huh, okay. I want to sleep. Let me sleep. What about him?
He sees the sun, and he's like, let's go out for a walk.
All right, fair enough. So, all right, Jeff, I think we can convince you that AI DJs
I like this ChatGPT thing.
Are going to be good for us. I think I convinced them. All right, Jeff. In the meantime, we're going to chat a little bit about weather, about my trip recently. That's
to
next,
Hawaii.
Though, on Up North at 4, so stick with us.
Music every weekend, never a cover, and drinks priced right. TV, pool, darts, and more. It's Happy's Pub in downtown Woodruff.
Hate it when a car freshener hits you with an overwhelming blast of perfume? Febreze car vent clips work differently. Febreze gives you consistent freshness that starts just right and stays just right for 40 days. Upgrade to Febreze car.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes, so it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And you know I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
It's so good. Makes it look like I have magical powers.
Magic Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV, like Bronco, Explorer, or the new Escape. Get here to get a deal on the SUV's #1 in brand loyalty. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose Flex Buy on Escape, Edge, or Explorer with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 Auto Show cash.
Emmer Properties leases office, storage, and manufacturing space, as well as apartments, duplexes, and homes. We are your first call, your last call, your only call for your rental or lease needs.
Noon News Now with Kevin Kraft and Jeff Weller. Weekdays on News Watch 12.
Welcome on back. So I'm sure a few of you out there, or maybe not, I don't know, you're thinking over the last couple days, where the heck did this Nate guy go? I was on a trip.
Were they thinking that?
I probably not, which is fine. If you weren't thinking that, that's okay. I was
we
on
missed you. Come on.
I was on a trip with my wife. We went to Hawaii. So Jeff, I'm a little peeved.
Yeah.
Mostly at you. Because I went to Hawaii. It was mid-60s to mid-70s. The whole 7 days I was there. It was really rainy. It's the rainy season, so I'll forgive them. The first day I come back, we get 10 inches of snow, 10.5 inches of snow.
True. All true.
Why? What is going on?
Well, the dendrite growth zone expanded over the weekend, and thus the moisture
You're making
content.
that up.
Just kidding.
That is false.
No, it's true. It's what happened. Moisture influx from the Gulf of Mexico, which got invigorated by. I can go on and on, right? But no. Did you have fun?
It was a lot of fun, yes.
Okay.
It was my first time going to Hawaii. It was a bucket list trip for my wife and I. Saw some incredible sights. We did 2 very rigorous hikes while we were there, like several-hour hikes. And there was a few moments where you would stop on said hikes. You'd look out across the coast, and like the mountain kind of falls in and out with the ocean. And I would turn to my wife and I would say, this is fake.
Yeah.
Like, this is a movie scene. This is not
postcard.
real life. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah, I remember being in Hawaii, and you have that moment where you're thinking, like, I am 2,000 miles from anything.
It's weird.
In the middle of the ocean.
Yes, yeah.
It's goofy, right? Like, it's a getaway.
So the other thing that would kind of struck me about it as well was, in the summer we took a trip to Europe. And on our trip to Europe, it was a 6-hour flight from Minneapolis to get to Iceland. 6 hours, you're in a completely different continent, feels like a completely different part of the world. To get to Hawaii, it was 9 hours total of flight time, and you're still in the United States. It's just the weirdest thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird because like you're still in America, but it feels like a completely different culture.
You are, and you made it a point. I think you went to like non-populated areas, right? You didn't go to Maui, you didn't go to Honolulu. You went to the Big Island, right?
No, we were in Kauai, which is the northern island. They call it the Garden Isle, which is very like 20% of it is untouched. Like it's purchased land, and they are not going to do anything with it because they want to keep it as strictly nature preserve. Let it be Hawaii.
So you made it a point to go there, away from the crowds, and do your thing. And so, what was that like?
It was. I enjoyed it just because then you got to experience the Hawaii culture and see what it's actually like to be in Hawaii and not the tourist version of Hawaii. And don't get me wrong, there's benefits, pros and cons to both, and I'm all for like laying on the beach, sipping Mai Tais all the time. But it was fun just to kind of get out and explore and see like what is out there that you don't normally see here in northern Wisconsin.
Well, we're glad you're back.
World,
I had a good time. You were
it was
safe.
a lot of fun.
And yeah, this time of year the weather's not the best in Hawaii, but you figured that out.
But we made it work. So.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. We got to chat more about the weather. We're going to do that though after the break. That's next on Up North at 4.
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is they want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RVA.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey, come on in. Have a seat.
Dad, what's this I hear about you not showering lately?
You know, I can't climb over that bathtub. I almost fell last week.
Regain bathing independence with a call to Mad City Baths. We offer a full line of accessible bath and shower designs. And with our price lock guarantee, schedule a free estimate now and lock in your price guaranteed for 1 year. And now save during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation on a new bath or shower. 60 months, 0 interest senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program and get a free $60 Restaurant.com gift card with estimate. And with Mad City's Do More discount, get additional savings on new Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Plus, ask about our safe, accessible walk-in showers.
Everybody who's come over said that of course, it looks nice. My son downstairs, big time, he's like, hey, I like this. This is sweet.
The most used room in your home is probably your bathroom. So when it comes to updating that space, you want it done right. Call Mad City Baths, your trusted local source for custom-made baths, showers, and walk-in tubs, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. Mad City is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. And now save during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation on a new bath or shower. We install year-round. And ask about our price lock guarantee. Plus 60 months, 0 interest senior military discounts. And call now, get a $60 Restaurant.com gift card with estimate. From Wausau and North Central Wisconsin, call 715-941-4238. 715-941-4238.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
All right, Jeff, fun show today. We got more on the docket tomorrow.
Lots of interviews this week. We'll see you tomorrow at 4.
See you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Special report. Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable